I am starting a new book today by Frida McFadden called The Tenant, and here's what the back cover says, and as always I will give you my thoughts on it when I finish. There's no place like home. Blake Porter is riding high until he's not. Fired abruptly from his job as a VP of marketing and unable to make the mortgage payments on the new brownstone he shares with his fiancée, he's desperate to make ends meet. Enter Whitney. Beautiful, charming, down-to-earth, and looking for a room to rent. She's exactly what Blake's looking for. Or is she? Because something isn't quite right. The neighbors start treating Blake differently. The smell of decay penetrates his home. The smell of decay permeates his home no matter how hard he scrubs. Strange noises jar him awake in the middle of the night, and soon Blake fears someone knows his darkest secrets. Danger lives right at home, and by the time Blake realizes it, it'll be far too late. The trap is already set. I like Frida McFadden. She spins a good story, lots of twists, which I enjoy very much. So I will let you know what I think about Frida McFadden. Okay, so I have finished Frida McFadden's The Tenant. This was so psychological, like the mind games were out of control. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And yes, there was kind of the big twist at the end, and then there was, as usual, a smaller twist. And boy, you put those two together, and these books, I cannot say enough about Frida McFadden and how much I love her work. So if you have not read anything of Frida McFadden, if you're at Goodwill and you see one, or if you have the opportunity to read one, I strongly suggest that you do. Okay, it's time to start a new book, and I am reading something a lot different than what I've been reading because this is a rather large book. It's also hardback, and I want to finish it so I can donate it before we travel again because it's huge. It's called The Twilight of Courage by Brody and Brock Thone, and the cover says, as the clouds of war gather over an unprepared Europe, the remarkable and moving stories of an international cast of characters unfold in The Twilight of Courage. Follow diverse and memorable personalities such as American journalists Josie Marlowe and Mac McGrath as they narrowly escape from the collapse of Warsaw in the fall of 1939 and suddenly find themselves caught up in the events of the so-called Twilight War, when Hitler was preparing to march and the Allies did nothing to stop him. Meet Polish mathematics genius Richard Lewinsky, who heads a desperate attempt to crack the Nazi secret code, brothers André and Paul Chardon, who organize a heroic defense of the French cavalry school at Liege, German captain Horst von Bachmann, who was caught between his love of country and the insanity of war, and David Meyer, an American pilot who, shot down during an air war, struggles to escape the German onslaught and return to the lovely Englishwoman Annie Galway. From Mac's experiences at Dunkirk to Josie's ordeal in Paris, The Twilight of Courage brings to life the cataclysm of war as seen through the eyes of men and women who faced unbelievable challenges in a time of crisis. Intricately woven and impeccably researched, The Twilight of Courage is a war story, a love story, and a spy story wrapped into one unforgettable package. So I do enjoy historical fiction, and I've had this for a while. It was collecting dust in the camper. So yeah, I'm gonna get started on this, and we'll see how long it takes. But again, I just want to finish it before we leave Pahrump so I can get it donated to Goodwill and get some weight out of the camper. So I'll let you know how it's going. Oh my gosh, I just took the coldest shower ever. Kirk's shower was cold too, so I don't know what was up, but anyway. So we are leaving soon to meet Dylan and Rocio at a steakhouse. Yesterday was Dylan's 28th birthday, so we're taking them out to dinner tonight. I'm really looking forward to it. I'll let you know how things go. Earlier today we went to the library to look at old newspapers from the 70s and 80s to get some information about the abandoned golf course that we were walking through last week. So that was fun. And now we're going to dinner, so I will see you later. We are at the Calvada Eye, and the fountains are shut off, and there aren't any horses, but there are plenty of ducks.